With a dub-saturated sound, solid track selection, and a reputation for bringing it proper, Illoom has been pushing the limits of speakers and genres for years. With well over a decade behind the decks, James Loomis, aka Illoom, has served as one of the pioneering figures in the Salt Lake City mutant bass arena. Founder of Liquid Dubwise, one of the longest-running dubstep nights in North America, he keeps the city on the cutting edge of subwoofer culture. Despite a heavy rotation of residencies at Dubwise, Bass Camp, and the Hive in SLC, Sidecar Subsessions in Park City, and Basscamp's Temple of Boom in Black Rock City, Illoom always brings a fresh take on the music and the new tunes every time. Illoom's sound is defined by high energy, sultry bass lines, frequent references to roots and dub, and special attention to wiggling the ladies' waistlines. Ultra-fast mixes and mashups see well over 30 tunes blended on the turntables in an hour, in a seamless progression that, well, makes perfect sense. An old-school discipline, the proper role of a DJ to the dance floor. The man is an active participant in the party, not a passive face staring at a computer screen. Constantly moving his sound forward with his original productions in the studio, Illoom always packs ample vibrations of positive pressure to rattle the plaque off your bones. A true 50 Hz healer.
It's all not now.
Alright, I'm here with...
It's Illoom. Hello.
It's Illoom.
Welcome to post-dubwise sweaty
Breakdown
recovery
interview.
breakdown interview. Yes.
Cool. So what started Dubwise?
Oh man, what started dubwise was God, you know, me and my friend Joseph Jr. were doing liquid drum and bass at this little club called Weeda's Lounge. Remember that? Oh my God.
No, wait. What was the one? Deviate.
Yeah, we did Deviate for a minute. I mean, kind of what started it was that, you know, there was some music.
That was dope, man.
Oh, thanks so much, brother.
Appreciate it, man.
Every
month, man. Keep it going.
All right, we'll see you next month. There was a bunch of music and sounds that we were really into, and we weren't necessarily getting booked to play that in other places, so we just started throwing our own events and throwing our own party.
And it was always called Dubwise.
At that point, it was Liquid Dubwise, because we were playing a lot of liquid drum and bass, and my sound has always been influenced by kind of the Jamaican bass sound, lots of reggae and dub influence.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's where we started. And then in 2006, kind of when dubstep came on the scene, which is really interesting because of a mature internet. Me, again, my friend Joseph Jr., our other friend Patrick Subpolar, we were into like the dubstep sound, like
Back
right
in the
as
day.
it was coming to be.
Yeah.
I had
Is
been,
this Junior? Like,
Yeah, Junior
Cool.
from San Francisco.
Yeah.
So I had been collecting vinyl, lots of stuff from the Horsepower production crew, a lot of the like weird mutant garage kind of stuff that really kind of influenced. A lot of people came to dubstep from different areas, right? There was the whole like garage influence, there's the whole grime influence, there's the whole drum and bass influence. So we were kind of coming at it from the drum and bass two-step thing, and
Sick.
yeah, 2006 we started Dubwise as it's known now, drum and bass. Or check edit. Started coming at it with the dubstep sound. Found ourselves a small room that kind of packed out at like 50 to 75 people.
Well, where was it? What was it called?
It was a club called Weeda's Lounge. Later became Downtown Hookah Lounge. Upstairs, we had to carry subs up. I carried all the subs, carried all the speakers, carried the entire sound system, which is great because back in that day, people like Roommate, Matty G was one of my first headliners. Anti-Serum, like all these guys would help me carry speakers up the stairs.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I do not. They'll have to be invited to go. Yeah. So yeah, that's how we kind of got started. This was the music we wanted to hear. We wanted to see
And
if
no
other
one
people
was
wanted to
booking
hear
you
it too.
guys, so...
I mean, they were, but they wanted to hear more like tear out drum and bass, just more like masculine, like
So you had to
And-
forge a place to play what you wanted, essentially.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
And
more or
it's
less.
been that way since...
Yeah. With
And 10
with
this
with
is-
with the understanding though, I think it's a really amateur hour move to think like, you know, you hear a lot of DJs be like, oh, I played some shit and like they weren't ready, you know, for what I wanted to hear. And it's like, I mean, I don't want to be confused on that point because it's still my job to play the right tunes for the mood that people are in and then get them. I've always thought of it like fishing, right? Like I need the right bait and I'm going to cast the line and then like once I hook you, I can reel you in and then get you to really be like hearing what I want to hear.
So you started DJing or producing first? Because I know you dabbled in production big time, right? Like
yeah, for sure.
You totally produced.
So I mean, but I started DJing and I got my first turntables in 1999.
Damn.
So at that point, I mean, I bought like a groove box and production was really rudimentary and clunky, and you needed a lot of gear at that point.
Right.
I probably got more into production with the advent of more laptop-based production, more easily accessible, you know, things like Reason. I probably got into Reason at like Reason version 2.
Which was like 2000...
This would have been like 2004, 2005.
And you were making what?
I was making a lot of like mutant garage and mutant dance hall kind of stuff because also back then, we take it really for granted now how easy it is to get online and get tunes and talk to other producers and get on Beatport or Juno or any of these things.
It's the truth.
Like when I started playing, it was like vinyl, you know? You had to like get there when the vinyl showed up. You'd travel to other cities. I'd go to like their record shops. I mean, I was really good at combing through vast swaths of vinyl, getting like 100 records at a time. I can tell in like, you know, less than 1 second if it's a tune I want.
Now we're just passing links, like...
Yeah, now we're just passing links.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to earn those tunes.
Yeah,
you used to have to pay $10 for a record to get like one tune. Sometimes you'd buy like a double pack for $25, still only because there's one tune in there you wanted.
Yeah.
But it made everything a lot more thoughtful.
Yeah.
You know?
There's like...
But the music moved slower. Like now, I mean, I can comb through hundreds of tunes, get promos sent to my inbox. I don't even have to do the work anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
So, like, nobody used to get promos 15 years ago. Only the record shops got promos. And you had to be, like, a really good customer who's homies with the person that's doing it. Yeah. So, anyway, I don't want to be, like, a back in the dayer.
No.
Because it's all just changed.
But that's kind of why I wanted to interview you. Like, I'm trying to expose, essentially...
Is it because I'm old?
No.
Are you calling me old?
You're a legend. You're a legend amongst the city and amongst...
Well, thank you for that emotional reach around.
It's serious.
Okay.
You brought me to Dubwise. You brought so many people to Dubwise. You brought not only people that play, but people that want to dance and be here for it. You brought new sound to the city. You continue to bring new sound to the city. Like, this is the underground scene, and you're the legend of it, I think.
Well, thanks,
And
man.
I think a lot of people would agree with me. I really do.
Well, it's been really important to me, too, to give the opportunities to the up-and-coming people. And, I mean, I'm so ready to book anybody who's ready to play as long as they bring me a disc. I'm a little old school. I want the music on a medium. Like, don't just send me a fucking link, right? I'm going to, like, miss it in my inbox. Like, there's just so much digital shit. But if you bring me a disc, I'll, like, put it in my ride, and I'll listen to it a bunch. And if you go through the work to put together a disc and record it, then I know that you're serious, because I think that's really hard for a lot of DJs is to break into that thing, because this whole thing is so clicky and it just gets more and more clicky and more competitive. But I don't think we have anything to gain by being like competitive. We all come up together. We all learn from each other. Like, you have a bunch of stuff you can teach me, even though like you're half my age and I've been doing this a lot longer. You've got insights and influences that I don't have, and I respect that. And like, man, show me the way.
Hell yeah.
So,
let me think. Any other questions? Do you remember any of the questions I had on there?
Like artists I'm really into, or like where we're headed.
Just what do you see the future of Dubwise? You were talking earlier about 11 sort of thing. Or
So
is there anything official you want to like?
Well, we're going to have our 11-year anniversary on 11/11, which is huge. I'm not even sure what to do with that from like a numerological perspective. I know it's significant, but I'm not smart enough to wrap my head around how. Like, maybe we'll have to do like some weird geometrical voodoo and like get everybody to, you know, synchronize with the moon and sun or something. I don't know.
Some shit.
But no, you know, I'm trying to. I mean, honestly, you know, I feel more blessed that we still get this, large group of people that come out and dance their ass off and smile and have a good time. It's not like cliquey. There's not people on the back wall being too cool for school. It's like people coming out for a full-blown dance ritual.
They're here to dance, right?
Yeah, they just want to get down, and I feel like so blessed that that's going on.
You've essentially been guiding a dance for 10 years.
Yeah, and I've been getting
Once a
into
month.
this ecstatic dance thing lately, which is kind of cool, but I mean,
Same thing. It's just like labeled,
same thing.
basically. Like,
But when I see these people like tonight, they are
switching sides, my arm is so sore.
So I've been going to like the ecstatic dance thing. I've been studying it online. I'm really interested, because that's like this whole sober thing, and they're coming at it with this intentional ritual of dance, right? Like dance church and whatever, which is great. But I see where people were tonight, and they were so much more fervent and into it and just sweaty and just going hard,
Yeah.
And
It's a ritual no matter what.
yeah, well, and I'm trying to learn. I try to learn every month from what these people are doing and figure out like what it is that they want, and it's really important to me. Obviously, like balancing that masculine and that feminine is really important. As soon as you have just like a bunch of dudes and it's like really bro heavy, and it's really easy, especially because this is a male dominated thing, and like dudes get up here and they're just like, bro, listen to my male based stuff. Are you out, my man?
So what genre did you first got you into music? Like the first thing was just like the first genre that you were
what's
like,
so funny is
that was outside of radio or whatever. Just so you were like, damn, I need to get into this, or whatever it was.
Oh man. So like, I'm old enough to literally say that I have been to original illegal raves in like 1994 and shit. And that stuff was, at that point, it was acid house and deep house, and that's what really caught me too. Was, I mean, back then the DJ didn't matter so much. Today it's like way more of a concert vibe. People like want these lights and they want this big like idol to worship and cast their attention, whereas this whole like thing originated, and I'm not like trying to be like a back in the day and that was the thing and what's now today sucks.
Yeah.
What's now today is just different.
Different,
and what was back then is different.
But nothing's
and
better
they're both
or
valid.
worse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But what I really liked about that was that the DJ was, for sake of being cheesy, he was kind of like this shaman type figure that was guiding everybody on this, like, this word sounds so corny, but like really it was like a journey.
It
right?
was, yeah.
But he did that in a non-flashy, non-glamorous,
Yeah.
like it wasn't the only people paying attention to the DJ were other people that wanted to be DJs, and that was like 2 to 3 people, and they were like
The rest were
in the
just
shadows
They were
watching
just in the journey.
their own thing, man. And it was really non-dimensional. Like, nowadays you go to any sort of like electronic event, everybody like faces the stage like this big, it's a concert.
It's true.
Which is okay. It's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
there's like fucking way cooler lights and shit. Whatever. That's great. There's more budgets.
Right.
But so, yeah, man, that blew my mind. That got me going, especially as a small town like Mormon kid with a super conservative household, like
You were just
had like
what
lots
is
of
this?
chores.
What
I'm
is
just
this?
like in the country and whatever, so I could just put my headphones on,
So
like
sick.
take a little poof and like
Boom.
blast off. So,
Cool.
But I've always been really keen on the reggae influence, and so as soon as I started collecting that stuff from the beginning.
Yep.
And what
So
I'm
you
what
went.
I'm
Go ahead.
Oh, to say what I'm really proud of as I go back and look at all the styles I've played over the last like 18 years and how music has changed and everything. All of my mixes, even though they might be different tempos and different styles, they all have that same like sound to them. And I'm like really proud as I go back and listen to that. I'm like, holy shit, like I can find that vein that runs for like 18 years, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's like your core flow of some sort, like.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But I mean, that makes sense because, I'm only like picking out tunes that I totally
That you
love.
like. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, DJing to me has always just been the coolest way to interact with your own music collection. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be a passive listener. Let's actually play with it.
It's like it's an active.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Last question, any productions soon? Are you producing right now?
Man, I've been on hiatus for production, so I was really serious, had a, strong string of releases from, probably 2009 through 2014. But I have 2 kids and a serious career, and I'm kind of just. So here's another thing. This might be a whole other conversation for another day, but in a way, I feel that the more serious I've been about DJing and the more serious I've been about production, the more poorly I've performed as a fan and supporting other art. And I feel like I've missed out. Do you get that?
I totally feel you, yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like I've missed out on a lot. And so I'm actually kind of now taking this back seat, especially from production, which is now like letting all this other music come into my life that I'm appreciating and collecting, and it's enriching my life in another way. I'm no longer so concerned with like getting this out there. I want to like get that in here.
Cool. So you're intaking more than outtaking.
Yeah.
Or outputting.
It's time to inhale.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm like anti-Bill Clinton. I'm gonna inhale.
Well, just thanks for everything you do.
Yeah, sure.
If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be where I'm at. So.
Oh shit, man. Well, I'm glad.
When it comes to, you're a legend. So thanks for everything, dude.
Oh, straight up.
Appreciate the interview. You're the shit. And.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah, I'll be here next month.
All right. Check and cheers.
Peace out. See you guys. Peace out, Gravy.